Hello everyone and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. Today we're going to talk about the new content that is just about to drop with the global launch and the next season. You probably have seen this picture before and you probably know that, well, you probably think you know what is going to come, but you probably don't know actually, because there is some hidden details behind this. So basically this picture, what it shows right now is that we already have now warbands, skywriting, cross-realm guilds, and also actually cross-faction guilds, and of course the Radiant Echoes, which is ending just in a couple of hours. Then it says here in early access, we have a new story, new zones, hero talents, delves, 8 new dungeons, new PvP battlegrounds, and Earthen. Okay, so the Earthen is wrong. That one is first coming with the global launch because we need to complete one more quest, which the early access doesn't have. And then, of course, it also says in the right corner, Season 1 begins September 10 with the new raid, and Mythic raid opens on September 17, and also it gives Mythic dungeons, 4 new, plus returning dungeons. It gives PvP seasons and raided solo battleground, which is super nice, seasonal delves, new mechanics and new rewards, and class tier sets. But there's actually more to it. So for people who's only been looking at this picture here, you don't know actually everything, but I'm here to help you. You can call me. Let's let Marvel have that joke for themselves. So basically, let me show you here. It's gonna start from the top, and I'm gonna be expanding it with more and more information, just so you don't get all the information at once. Early access begins on August 22, and normal difficulty dungeons will become available. Which means right now in early access we can only do normal dungeons, which kind of sucks because it has very low eye level, like very low. Then, with the launch of the expansion on August 26, heroic difficulty dungeons will become available. Yes, and actually this image here doesn't say anything about that, but it does here. So basically, and again, this is information from Wowhead, so thanks to Wowhead for making all this information clear for us. So that means on to the 26th, which is literally in like a few 10 hours, we are actually able to finally do heroic dungeons. But there's more to it. So, Season 1 begins on September 10. Raid Finder Wing 1 and heroic version of Nirup Palace will become available along with Mythic Zero dungeons, heroic, seasonal dungeons, and new well bosses. So basically what this means is on September 10 we're gonna get Raid Finder Wing 1, heroic version of the raid. Of course that also means the normal. So normal and heroic of the raid we're gonna get. Then it says here will become available along with Mythic Zero dungeons. So that means you cannot push keys. No Mythic Plus keys. You can only do the Mythic Zero because they want you to get the keys first and then they're gonna open up later, but we're gonna get that. Heroic seasonal dungeons and new world bosses. So you can see before September, we're actually not going to have any of that. We're only going to have heroic dungeons, delves, battlegrounds. And another thing that they don't mention here is we're actually also first getting the PvP gear, like player versus player gear, on the 26th. We're not able to go into the vendor right now and buy that, but you will in 10 hours. Beside of this, we also have here Mythic Nirup Palace, Raid Finder Wing 2, and story difficulty for Nirup Palace, and all the Mythic Plus dungeons for Season 1 will become available on September 17. So that basically means just 1 week after Season 1 starts, we're getting the Mythic raid, which means, of course, all the biggest guilds in the world, they will be, grinding. Of course, they will be grinding the normal raid and the heroic version of the raid to be ready for World First. It's going to be fun. I like watching the World First to see who's going to win, if it's going to be Liquid, Echo, or, all the other guilds. I don't know. I just know those two. Also, we're getting Raid Finder Wing 2, which is nice, but also we're getting something very new called Story Difficulty, which basically it's just where you come in as a single person. It's just like a solo thing, and then you kill the last boss alone to see the cinematic. And you can actually see the cinematic yourself and the story and all of that. It's a really cool thing because before you had to wait for someone to do the raid and then you had to watch it on YouTube or Twitch. I mean, kind of like, what is that game experience? No, I want to go into the raid myself. I want to kill the boss myself and see the story. This is what the story difficulty for Nirup Palace is giving you. You cannot kill all the bosses, it's just the last boss. but at least it gives you the fight in a very easy version. Of course, it's solo friendly, and it gives the story for people who don't like to do raids, which is nice. And also here, and all Mythic Plus dungeons for Season 1 will become available on September 17. So again, yeah, of course you can, on the 10th of September, you will be able to get the keys, you will be able to get all the keys, you know, so you're ready for pushing Mythic Plus. And then 1 week later, now you can finally push the keys. But we have even more. Yeah, you're probably thinking, what? On September 24, we're getting Raid Finder Wing free. So if you are a person who mostly likes to do raid through Raid Finder, then good news for you is that we can be doing on the 24, you will be able to do the entire raid just through Raid Finder. And of course, it's going to be nice because if you want to like farm the transmog, but you don't really like to do raiding, you can of course, you know, go in and say, hey, I want to go into appearances. And this is the Raid Finder equipment. So you can slightly see behind my webcam. But you can see that. So as a paladin, I can get this by just, you know, farming the Raid Finder, which is nice. I'm probably going to do that because I like this tent. And again, the same. If you want to play a warrior and you want to do the Raid Finder, then you can look like this, just by doing the Raid Finder. So why wouldn't you do that? I mean, of course, if maybe you're doing Mythics, and then of course you don't need the other one. But it's still a nice thing. So yeah, just as I said, this image here is nice. It's very easy for Blizzard to explain what's actually going to happen, but it just don't have all the details that this has. And of course, this image here says that when the Season 1 begins, all the PvP stuff is active. Rated solo battlegrounds, rated arena queue, normal arena, rated normal rated battlegrounds. So yeah. But again, this was literally everything I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to make sure that you know exactly what's going to happen and on which days we are getting this. So you know everything that's going to happen. And with this video, you should now have all the knowledge you needed. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy World of Warcraft, the War Within. It's definitely one of the expansions I'm having the most fun with right now. I love this expansion, even though we're starting so early and we can't do all the in-game content, but still, I love it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and perhaps I'll see you on my live stream on twitch.tv/Dvalin. Perhaps, maybe not. Peace out.